a bonus for both club and potentially country. He's one of 3 changes in the team at Southampton on Saturday. The experienced Brian McClare replaces the suspended Nicky Butt, and Philip Neville is preferred to his elder brother Gary. Leeds make 4 changes after defeat at Chelsea, but Tony Yeboah is still missing because of his knee problem. Mark Beanie is restored in goal, Nigel Worthington and Paul Beasley in defence, and Mark Ford in midfield. The days of Thomas Brolin as a Leeds player would appear to be numbered. And here's Cantona with the first chance. Good save by Beanie. Leeds have drawn 4 of their last 5 appearances at Old Trafford. But already in the opening seconds, a threat from Eric Cantona. He's lost his way. Keane. Well driven, good save. All 3 Manchester United substitutes are warmed up. Was that hands? Yes, it was. Realised he'd come too far. Now what's the referee's action going to be? Came charging out and realised he'd gone too far, thought about the head, didn't sit right for him, so he used his hand. And he's off! Oh, the letter of the law. Very, very tight, it has to be said, as to whether the hands were in or outside the area. And Mark Beanie making the point. I think he's a touch unlucky, and so is he. But on such things, championships can be decided. His feet were outside, but what about the hands? It was so close. And the substitution has to be made to find a goalkeeper. And Manchester United also making a substitution, and we understand that Steve Bruce is again feeling the hamstring, which is not good news for him or for his club. David May is the replacement. But at the moment, well, they have now, Leeds have brought on Videbe to play in goal. Cantona, really confidently left. Leeds, and it's deflected over the top. Weatherall's shot from the edge, but it got a deflection in front of Schmeichel, who was already committed. There's Weatherall, just a flick up from speed. Alistair. Keane. Cantona. Nigel Worthington. Dean gets a corner out of it. He didn't play it into his stride, he forced him to drag it on. It's a poor pass from Andy Cole. And the referee immediately blows. Speed, the run of Scholes across the box. Still May. This is Cole. Got half a yard. Side netting. Beckham to his right. Cantona, who on recent record will be the most likely to break the deadlock. Speed. This is Keane. Trying to find some room, and he has! Priceless goal! Just listen to the reaction. Found the room there. Beasley came to make the challenge. It was too late, and he tucked it quite beautifully into the corner. Long time in coming. Beat the challenger Weatherall and struck it home truly. He was unlucky in his pass before that. Was so beautifully played. Kelly. Speed. Made the wrong choice. Could have got between the two. Here's Giggs. Good challenge by Kelly. Here, gets it back. David May, and his best strike of the evening, rattles the crossbar. Owen, off Beasley. Beckham, off Worthington. Of the contest, which has seen just one goal from Roy Keane. They were made to work so hard, but in the end, their supporters go home with smiles on their faces, still believing the championship will come back to Old Trafford. All credit to Leeds United. Two managers go off side by side. It wasn't a problem that Alec Ferguson was expecting, and it took an awful long time to solve it, with Roy Keane finally beating the substitute goalkeeper and keeping Manchester United on course.